What's up? Good morning, everybody. Welcome aboard to Trading Live with Bubba. We actually have a trade right off the gun here in the Russell. If you choose to take part in it, you're going to buy the Russell. And let's see what happens here. And anyway, so suddenly there's a sell-off. So obviously there's some news that just came out. Obviously this is why the markets are selling off. I'm sure it has to do with Iran. If you took the trade in the Russell, you got half of a profit off, and the stock goes to break even. Okay. It's a profitable trade, and your stop should go to break even now. Okay, and you should be out with a small profit. Okay, let's see if anything else comes up. But you can see we're diving right now. Markets are under a little bit of pressure. So we'll see what goes on from here. And if there's anything more to do, our open trade from last week, it turned out to be a loser on Microsoft. So, hey, it's going to happen. Nothing we can do about that. But you're certainly starting to see some pretty heavy selling. Maybe we'll get a couple of other triggers here. But the Russell is out and over and a small profit. Okay. Now let's see what these bring us some more. Obviously, there'll be buys because we're getting oversold here. Crude is going straight up, which again indicates something from Iran. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Feel free to fire away. But we got a potential coming in the NASDAQ, a potential in the S&P, and a potential in the Russell once again. But we have to wait until they trigger. And they have not triggered as of yet. But we did get a trade one off and one in the barn. So that's good. A little profit. Never hurt anybody. So we need a little bit more speed, push these down a little bit faster. And we'll see what goes on from there. A lot of earnings coming out, starting with Tesla tomorrow. We're on our lows. And let's see what they look like. But we have not triggered yet, but we are very close. So we'll stay here for the moment. Okay, the S&P is triggering. You can buy an S&P if you want, or a micro, whatever you trade. All right, you've already got one off. Stop goes to break even. Another profitable trade. And maybe we'll get it again. If it takes us out on this one, maybe we'll get another trade here. Let's see. Okay. The S&P is another trade, and again, another winning trade. Move stop to break even. There you go. Okay. And that's it for the moment. It was a quick flurry, though. A quick flurry of a couple of winning trades picked up, depending on the size you're trading, anywhere from 50 to 500 bucks. Again, depending on your size and what you're trading. Based on trading 2 micros, you should have picked up about 50 bucks. And let's see if we can trigger them again. Hell, I don't care. I'm happy to take them. And just a reminder, May 7th and 8th, Tradier is doing a summit in West Palm Beach, PGA National. I'll be one of the speakers there. So if you're in the neighborhood, come on by. It's going to be a great event. Looking forward to it. Let's see here. So right now we got nothing. Nothing from nothing. Need a little bit more selling now as the bands get away. So I need a little speed, a little sell from here. And as always, if you have questions, fire them in. But we have had 3 live trades, 3 winning trades. For those that just tuned in, we bought in the S&P and cashed it twice, and bought in the Russell once. Our open trade, well, it's not open anymore unless you kept it till next Friday. But the one I did for Monday, which was yesterday, was Microsoft, which was a loser. Okay, so that was our only stuff open from last week. And we'll see here. We're waiting to see if anything shows up, but we're certainly seeing some selling pressure. And again, questions are always welcome. I did talk about this morning, that the markets were a little bit overbought on the market 120. So we did push up to an all-time new high on a print high. So let's see what happens. All right, so it looks like we're calming down a little bit. We'll move back. Let's take a look at the rest of the board. And by the way, I don't know if any of you follow Avis Car Rental. They've halted trading right now. But look at that spike up from $100 to $700. Another one of those GameStop short squeezes. Nothing to do with it. But in the meantime, Apple, nothing to do right now. Amazon, nothing to do right now. Coin, nothing to do right now. Crowd's worth taking a look at, is to sell some spreads. Charlie Romeo Whiskey Delta. Let's see what it looks like. I would sell these for Friday, the 24th. And let's see here. 455, 457.50 for $1.10. Yeah, I'm going to take that trade. 455, 457.50, and let's just go back here and make sure we're not missing anything. No, we're not. These are all triggered buys. That, again, these are not buys that I take. These are just part of the automation that I use. I bought ahead of time, and I'm already out, so we'll see. Ether, nothing. Meta, nothing. Google, nothing. INOQ, nothing. IWM, getting close. Microsoft, nope. MSTR, nope. Close. Netflix, nope. NNE, nope. Nope on Nugget. No on NVIDIA. Palantir, nope. QBTS, no. Qs, no. SMCI, no. SPY, no. XYZ, close, but I would wait. Tesla, nothing to do because of earnings tomorrow, so we won't in there. USO, no. Win, no. XBI, no. Actually, don't trade. And Zoom. Zoom is one to look at as well. Close. I'm going to let it go. Okay. We have one we put on crowd. Okay. And we've made 2 day trades so far, but that's it for the moment. Now we're just waiting to see. Everything else comes from here. We would need another push down or a hell of a rally to put us in the market again. But again, we did get 3 trades out of it in like 3 minutes. So it was good. It's a good day. And it's funny because this morning when I trade live with all the members, we had 0 trades. We traded twice this morning. Once at the 8:30 number, no trades, and once at 9:25, and no trades off the opening. So now we're waiting to see if we get anything here. It looks like the markets have resolved the news. They had their panic sell-off, and now they're starting to turn around and come back again. Crude rallied all the way up, to 89, and is already coming back down again. So, okay, let's see what happens. Let's see if we can find, again, we just need something to show up, give us a trade. Let's extend our reach on some other stuff. Maybe we'll find something down the pike here. Let's see what's liquid enough and worthwhile enough to trade. CCJ, no. Get rid of this. Grab, no. Diamonds, not yet. Mara, obviously too cheap of a stock. There are a couple that I put on yesterday. Myself, AMD, sold call spreads. And Broadcom, AVGO. And they're working fine. There's just nothing for us to do with them here. CRWV, Circle. IBM's got earnings tomorrow, so basically not a lot to do here. All right, so let's go back here and see if anything shows up for us here. And again, if you have questions, feel free to ask. If you want to know what I'm doing or why I'm doing it or how I'm doing it, feel free. But kind of quiet now. You had that little bit of a burst, a little bit of a rush right when we got on. But I think right now, unfortunately, we're pretty much in a news-driven cycle only. If you look at the volumes are very, very light and low. So it just looks like it's just whatever happens, whatever announcement comes out. And I know that Kevin Warsh is speaking today, but I don't know if you guys are aware. He's the choice. He's Trump's choice for the new Fed chair, but he doesn't have to. Powell doesn't have to step down. He can actually extend himself without Trump. Powell can go to 2028 if he wants to. So, so again, we have a light volume market that makes it more challenging for all of us. But at the end of the day, we do what we do. Again, we're going to go back here and look. I don't think we're going to get anything. The only way we're getting a trade, in my opinion, is if we crack them again. Okay, we get another bit of news item here. We missed a potential trade in gold. We didn't have an official trade. So again, if they're not, I go by the rule, if they're not automatics, I don't need to take them. And I hope that makes sense to everybody. But, in a market, when conditions are like they are now, which are very slow, I think it's better to wait and be patient. And if you don't get exactly what you're looking for, you don't take that trade. I think that's a much better way of approaching trading in general, whether you're selling spreads, whether you're trading futures. Whatever you're doing, I think it makes a lot more sense to be patient about what you're doing. And again, when you get busier, you can be a little bit less patient because the payoff's going to be bigger. Here, we sit sideways for so long, and then all of a sudden you get a big bang move one way or the other. So I think that it behooves you, I believe, to be more patient and more careful in these conditions. because you have that vacuum type effect on the markets where they get, out of nowhere, the NASDAQ broke 120 ticks out of nowhere. Bang, bang. Okay. And that was, I know it was news. I don't know what the news was yet because I don't follow the news, but I can tell you by the way it traded, it was news. And I think that's important for you to understand is that's what you're watching and that's how things trade. And the news will dictate, what you're doing. Again, we don't care. We're never going to catch the headline news. We can only see it when it shows up in the chart. And when it shows up in the chart, we have to be prepared to trade. And of course, that's, again, this big sell-off was a news-driven event. I can guarantee it, going along with the rally in crude and the sell-off in gold. I mean, I'll bet you anything that was certainly a news event. And I would bet that it was something to do with Iran. Because if you look at the products that moved, the crude went straight up and the markets went straight down. So would be directly correlated to what's going on in the Middle East. But we'll see. Maybe we'll get lucky. I don't know. I mean, we had 3 winning trades and we got a trade open. So, that's all we can do. We can't do anything else but what the market offers us. And I think that's important for you to learn and for you to understand is you can only take what the market's going to give. Okay. So if you have any questions about that, again, anytime you have questions, feel free to ask. I'll answer anything you want on any market. I'll even look at a chart that I don't show. Again, don't be afraid. Don't be shy. It's great it's great for participation so you can learn. Because I assure you, if you have a question, many others that are here have a question as well. Okay. And some of you have the same question. But here we're in the middle of nowhere. So from a day trading standpoint, on 4 minutes, there's nothing for me to do. And I can tell you that the only trade we're going to get right now is if we get some kind of crazy, another sell-off, which could come. But that's what we're waiting for. That's all we can do. So we'll just have to sit back and watch and wait and maybe get a big rally in crude. Just spike up to, we need crude right now at about almost 89.80 or so. So like a 90-cent rally, which not likely, but if you get a news bomb, it could certainly get there. Okay. In the meantime, we did sell call spreads in crude, the 455, 457.50 for $1.10. And just a reminder, Tradier Summit in West Palm Beach, Florida, May 7th, cocktail party and get together, and May 8th, all day speakers galore in live and in person. So come and check it out. I'll be there. And remember, every day I do the market 120, which gives you a little idea what I'm thinking in the markets early in the morning before they open. And right now we're still waiting for a potential opportunity. I don't think we're going to get anything, but we're going to sit and watch. We got a couple of minutes to go, so let's see what happens. We are starting to see some selling pick up once again. So let's see. Oh, maybe somebody answered my question. Nope, not a bond auction. Okay, get my people to see if they see anything. Okay. No, not much here. We got another few seconds here. See if we get, it doesn't look like it. It looks like we're going to just sit sideways here for a while. Got that little bounce off the bottom, which we played. We could have made more, but I'm happy with the money. I'm happy with the profit. So we'll take our 3 for 3 day trading money. We've got a spread on. Have a great day, everybody. I'll see you Thursday. And remember the summit, May 7th and 8th. And remember, I do a market 120 every day to give you a little update. And have a great day, everybody. We'll see you later.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.